I don't know about you, but when I hear about a place I know nothing about, my travel planning brain immediately goes into overdrive. That's exactly what happened this summer. My family had just gotten back from a massive trip through 6 countries in Africa, and you'd think we'd be done with travel for a while. But one look at Quebec's Abitibi-Temiscamingue region, and we were hooked. We were told this place was a hidden gem, and what we found was more than we could have ever bargained for. It's literally right on our doorstep, just over 4 hours from my home near Toronto, and just 45 minutes from the city of North Bay, a city I had just spent the previous winter exploring. So rather than bask in the glow of our African adventure, we hit the road again, taking a road trip up through the Bay of Quinte in Kingston in Ontario, and driving through the beautiful Laurentians just north of Montreal, all with the goal of exploring our newly discovered neighbor. And let me tell you, we got more than we bargained for. Our first stop was the city of Val-d'Or, the Valley of Gold, which was just about a 4-hour drive from our starting point at Tremblant Resort in the Laurentians. We checked in at Station Boreal, a golf course with a twist. This place sits on an island in De Montigny Lake, just outside of town, and features some cool, eco-friendly domes that were perfect for a family of 4. From our cozy dorm, we headed into the historic city of Val-d'Or, the City of Gold. This city's mining routes are on full display. Streets are lined with historic buildings that housed miners during the early days of the local gold rush. To learn more, we drove to Cité de l'Or, an immersive museum that offers a hands-on experience of the world of mining. Dressed in our mining gear, we descended 300 feet underground in an authentic mining shuttle and learned about the lives of the men and women who lived half their lives underground. After a deep dive into history, we needed a fresh pick-me-up, and we grabbed lunch at Habanero's Grill Mexican, a fast food chain with a twist. This place is all local ingredients and locally owned. It's so great to see a business supporting regional producers. From Val-d'Or, we made the journey an hour north to the town of Amos. Here, we paid a visit to Refuge Pageau, a sanctuary for wild animals. This place is as much about the animals as it is a love story to the sanctuary's founders, Michel and Louise Pageau. Learning about the domestic animals and the efforts to reintroduce them into the wild was fascinating. But the real surprise was in the Anisipi experience, an interactive journey that taught us about the animals, the indigenous Anishinaabe culture, and our role as humans in the fragile balance of nature. Driving south to Lac Preissac, it was hard not to appreciate the dramatic views. Quebec's landscapes, with its innumerable lakes and rivers, offers ever-changing views. And our next day was the cream of the crop. A floating cottage right on the lake. Audacieuse évasion. With breathtaking views of Lac Preissac, we spent a day relaxing on the water and trying out the coolest stand-up paddleboards we'd ever seen. There was even a hot tub where Christina and I enjoyed a quiet moment overlooking the lake. Energized by our relaxing stay, we set off to Aiguebelle National Park. Our plan was a few hours of hiking. The trail was an intermediate level hike with a magical viewpoint. We passed waterfalls and scenic lookouts, all leading up to the final thrill, crossing the breathtaking suspension bridge high above the gorge.
Whew, it's hot today.
Honestly, this park is gorgeous, and we would have loved to have spent a lot more time here. Checking into our hotel in the twin towns of Rouyn-Noranda, we got ready for the last night of the Osisca en Lumière festival. Now, our boys had never been to a music festival before. And for a town of just over 50,000 people, this festival drew some big names. The energy was incredible, with a lineup that included French favorites like Fred's, and a headline performance from Smash Mouth. Shout out to Shrek and the movies I binged with my kids years ago. For our family, the real highlight was Brand Van 3000 from Montreal. Our master negotiator Dylan even managed to convince the band's lead singer to give him the shirt right off his back. The next day, we took some time to explore the towns of Rouyn-Noranda. A guided tour of the historic Dumoulin General Store, which supported the logging industry a century ago. Right across the street, we discovered Recreo Osisco, which offers free bike rentals. We had a blast exploring the 8-kilometer route around the lake. The best part? Christina, who has never ridden a bike more than 10 feet in her life, hopped on a tandem bike with me and rode the entire route.
This is Christina's first time pretty much on a bicycle for more than about 10 seconds. And she's doing great.
For our next leg, we met up with our friends Chris and Gordana of Rudderless Travel. You might remember Chris from our adventures together in Calgary just a few months ago. We joined them for a tour of the historic T.E. Draper tugboat and Chantier Gédéon, a reconstructed logging camp. It was fascinating to see the history of log driving come to life. Then it was time to relax. We checked into our beautiful chalet at Opemican, had a delicious barbecue, and just relaxed and watched the sunset over Lake Temiscamingue. The final stop on our road trip through Abitibi-Temiscamingue was the shiny new Parc National d'Opemican. This park is a true gem, with rich history and incredible nature. We stopped in the Kippawa River sector and hiked the trails to see the beautiful Grand Chute. It's truly incredible that this beautiful nature getaway is just over 4 hours from Toronto and just 45 minutes from North Bay. When Ontario's provincial parks are packed, this is an excellent, accessible alternative.
This water is so nice and cold. So we've arrived at Opemican National Park. We're staying at this awesome little prêt-à-camper, or kind of like a little glamping spot here in the park. It's pretty incredible here. It's hard to believe this place is right on the border with Ontario. And if you know Ontario parks like I do, you know that getting a spot, a place to camp in the middle of the summer, July, August, is almost impossible. Here, there's loads of room. And this place is only about 4.5 hours from Toronto. Go tell your friends.
Our family came to Abitibi-Temiscamingue on a whim, curious as to just what the hype is. And we left with a lifetime of memories. We found a region with an incredible mix of nature, culture, and adventure that's perfect for any family. If you're looking for a Canadian road trip that offers a truly unique experience, a road trip through Abitibi-Temiscamingue might just be what your family needs. Thanks for watching. If you like this, please hit those like and subscribe buttons. We'll see you next time on Wandering Wagars Adventure Family Travel.